Welcome back for this Moosen Adventure. This is an example of when the trip makes it out of the group chat. We have been talking about going to Universal forever, Universal Orlando, and we finally made it happen. We are here. We have a park hopper ticket. We have a park hopper ticket today to Universal and Islands of Adventure. So we're going to see how much we can get done. We do not have fast passes or anything like that. One of the line passes. We're just going to see how many rides we can get on. It is rope drop. I believe the park opens at 10 o'clock. But Andrew, when does the park open? Oh, just kidding. It opened at 9 o'clock. So we're a little bit late. It's 9:20 now. We were a little bit tired. I know there's one park that opened at 10, one that opened at 9. So I think I've got it backwards a little bit. We are doing Epic as well, just not today. So we were staying at Boardwalk, or are staying at Boardwalk at Disney property. It was about $20 to get the Lyft. Lyft is cheaper than Uber, and that is before that's before tip. So we added on, the tip afterwards. But it's really hard to justify getting a car or renting a car when it's so cheap just to take a ride share. That's cheaper than paying for parking. And we did leave early in the morning. It took about a half an hour to get here, but it was rush hour traffic. I come, we're at Disneyland a lot, as you know, and the distance between Universal and Disney here in Orlando is about the same distance as Disneyland to Knott's Berry Farm. We are here. The adventure begins. Right off the bat, I absolutely love the theming. This is so fun. So it looks like Velocicoaster is saying it's 20 minutes. That's one of the big main rides that we wanted to go to. So we are going to head to Velocicoaster first. I think that we are still early enough in the day that we should be able to take advantage of shorter lines. It's just kind of fun. You can see the entire park from right here. There's a choice when you come to that fork in the road. You can go left or right. We're going right. This is going to take us through Dr. Seuss Land, I believe, or Seuss Landing, and that's how we're going to get back to Velocicoaster. I have heard that those trees look like that because they picked them up after a hurricane. There were some trees that were damaged, and they look perfect for Seussicaland, and so Orlando, and so Universal got them and brought them here. We've decided that we are going to make our first stop Cat in the Hat because it's only a 5-minute wait. Look at how cute this is. Horton Hears a Who is one of my absolute favorite books of all time. So this is so fun with Maisie the Lazy Bird. I love the Dr. Seuss books. I love his story. I love that his name is actually Peter Geisel, and he goes by Dr. Seuss. One of my absolute favorite things is that nobody wanted to publish his book, but he believed in himself enough that he kept going and going and going. And of course, it became the beloved. And of course, it has become the beloved classic that we know and love today. So we are going to go. You walked right on. There was no wait at all.
If you wish, with a game that I call Up with a Fish. Look at me! Look at me! I'm the cat with a cup and a cake on the top of my hat. Do I like this? Oh no, I can't. I call them thing one and thing two. They are cake. So as fast as I could, I went after his for shame.
Oh, look, they have Maisie Birds. Hey, you can come sit on here and take a turn for Horton. This was legit one of my absolute favorite books of all time. Hello, you have nothing to do and I need a rest. Would you like to sit on the egg in my nest? Spoiler alert, Horton sits on that egg. He does not leave, even when the circus comes and collapses him, because I think it's so ridiculous that an elephant is sitting on this egg. And a little tiny door to sit through. All right, I do not know what I think of that ride. So I'm gonna say it was an experience. It was fun. It like moved every which way. So I was trying so hard to record parts of it, and that was almost impossible. It was look at how cute the little fish are. It was interesting because it followed the book like exactly. It was just a retelling of the book, but it was almost gave haunted Matt. There are so many details in Dr. Seuss land. Like, if you are a fan of any of the Dr. Seuss books, this land is an absolute must. It is so cute. The colors and stuff they used in that ride that were funny just because I have become a Halloween moose as of late. I love going to the different scare zones and the different haunted houses. And some of the paint colors and like the sounds they used in that gave that kind of vibe. But it was a fun ride. I thought it was cute. And the details in here are absolutely amazing. These are the truffalo trees grown from the very last truffalo seeds. These buildings are being held up or made of books. That's a fun um, nod to Dr. Seuss. You got Hop on Pop ice cream shop. We're now walking down Mulberry Street. The cross street is Bliss Street, and there's a group of Rick Fuzz Fine Feathers. We're gonna go Sneeches in, Sneeches out behind the Sky Seuss Trolley train ride. This is also a 5-minute wait. Everything in Dr. Seuss land is very Seussical. There are no straight lines. The lines are no exception, like literal lines. All of the lines are curvy and windy. They don't follow like a traditional straight path. You kind of feel like you're going all over the place and like it's a little bit of a mess. This adds to the charm of Dr. Seuss land. I love that they were committed enough to Dr. Seuss and to their vision, because that is how they designed this entire land. I cannot film on the actual ride itself, but this is the ride going above our heads right now. It's cute. It looks like a little train. I like how they are shooting us out into a bakery. We have not had breakfast. Does chocolate M&M fudge sound like a good breakfast? I might have to stop here for some moose juice. Look, the juice specifically for me.
Here, I need to take a picture.
We did decide to get the refillable cup, knowing that we can get free refills throughout the day today, as well as being able to activate it and use it at Epic tomorrow. We're also going to save it and we can bring it to future visits. Think left and think right, think low and think high, all the things you can think if only you try. Bye-bye. All right, we have now entered into the land of the dinosaurs. And looking at the app, it looks like the line for the Velocicoaster is still relatively short. This is probably our most anticipated ride of the entire day. When we were trying to decide if we wanted to go to Universal and Islands of Adventure, the Velocicoaster was like the ride that we're like, kind of put us over the edge, because it looks like a blast. And I love a good roller coaster. This looks like a really good roller coaster. This coaster actually has 2 separate launches and it reaches speeds of 70 miles per hour. It's got twists, it's got turns, and it's supposed to give you the feeling that you are racing alongside a pack of raptors that are on a hunting mission. How cool is that? I love that this is a totally unique ride to Universal Orlando. They do not have anything like this in Hollywood. Oh my gosh, and there it begins. There's our first raptor. And there's the coaster. You can kind of see it through the window. That's super fun. Okay, it's been 16 minutes. This is where I say goodbye to this phone, but not bad. It's not going inside the locker. Scan your ticket at an available station. So I left my timer running while we were on it. It now says that it took us 33 minutes, but that was to get off the ride, get our stuff. There was a little bit of a snafu with getting our stuff. They resolved it super quickly, but it's a good thing that I remembered my locker number. That was the most fun roller coaster I think I've ever been on. I didn't read any spoilers about it because I just wanted it to be a really fun ride where I was surprised. I got in there and realized that my legs were going to be dangling, and I have just like flippy floppy kind of shoes on, and I was like, oh dear, this is going to be a problem. And the ride attendant was like, not a big deal. And they told me just to kind of push my feet up against the seat in front of me, and that worked just great. Don't skip the store on your way out, because there are some really fun, amazing, like full-size dinosaurs inside the merchandise store right as you exit the Velocicoaster ride. Yeah. Inside that gift shop, in addition to the dinosaurs, there's also a Discovering Dinosaurs and a nursery where you can actually do kind of hands-on activities. This is probably my favorite part. It's the dinosaur eggs. They are hatching. They're inside the warmers. One of the things that I appreciated the most about that ride was the ride design itself. I don't think I spent any time at all in the seat when I was on the ride, but I felt completely safe the way the restraints are. But it's not like a traditional restraint in the way that it's been on any ride that I've ever been on. You do pull it over your head, and then it goes across your midsection or your belly. And so you're totally completely strapped in, but the top part of your body is free. So that's times in like, so first of all, it was just totally exhilarating because you feel like you're free and just going. But secondly, you don't have the things on the side of your head, so you're not hitting your ears. Really appreciated that, because I can't tell you the amount of times that I've ended up with the sides of my earrings poking into the side of my head, and that makes the roller coaster way less fun when it's like that. So this is probably the most fun roller coaster I've ever been in, and that only added to it. I really, really want to ride the Velocicoaster again, but it is now saying 40 minutes, which still isn't terrible. The other one that I really want to do over here is the Hagrid ride. That's saying 100 minutes. I think that's one that tends to get really busy first thing in the morning and then just stays. There's some ducks coming out, and after coming off to the dinosaur ride, I was like, oh my gosh, there's a dinosaur coming out. It was not. It was ducks. Really dangerous dinosaur ducks. So when we were looking at stuff, we decided that we were going to jump on the train. There is no wait for it right now. It's walk on, which I think is kind of rare for that. It's the Hogwarts Express. And we're going to go over to Islands of Adventure, because right now it's saying that the lines are nothing. I don't know if it's still going to be that way by the time we get there, but we're going to give it a try. And then we'll hop back on over to Universal later on in the day. One more view of the Velocicoaster as we head on out. It's always so fun to watch it after you've ridden it. They do actually load this just like you would any normal ride. So this is not a free-for-all train. They actually give you an assigned section on the train. I was one that when the books came out, I thought they were really hyped and wasn't sure I was going to like it. And then I read that first one and I was hooked for life. I am one of the biggest Harry Potter fans. Love the book series, love the movies, and this is amazing. Okay, I did not think we needed park hopper tickets. I was wrong. I have never been more wrong about anything in my entire life.
This is like half the reason I won.
Oh my gosh. This is so cool.
This is really cool. It would be. And what would it be?
Try to take the whole thing in. Like, look, these are the assigned seats. This is your own private compartment. Even the way they load you in, you're loaded in as a private compartment.
Wait, how about this one?
Oh, we're just first year.
Malfoy, man. It's a Malfoy. Paula.
My father will hear about this.
You're never catching me now.
Hannah, do you hear that? Spiders. Spiders?
Yeah, licorice actually. Did you really have to do
It's
that?
licorice.
Honestly, Ron, they're just sweets.
Yeah, Hannah, they're just sweets.
Now approaching Cross Station, enter belongings.
Even if we did nothing the entire rest of the day, I am in heaven. That train ride was 100% worth it. I am like one of the biggest Harry Potter fans on the planet, and that was like, oh my goodness, that was like an absolute dream come true, especially being able to come after going to London in December, which was like a once in a lifetime, never thought it was going to happen trip. And then the way they recreated it, oh my gosh, I felt like I was back in London. See it, say it, sort it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say about that is wow. All right, now we're coming down into Fisherman's Wharf. It smells like Fisherman's Wharf. It smells like fish and chips. Now I just want to eat fish and chips. Here we go. We're going to head this way because there is only one ride down here that we want to do, and everything else is kind of the other direction. But soak it on in. This is fun. They have so much more space here than they do in Hollywood, and the theming reflects it. This is where I have to ditch you for a minute because you have to put this in the locker, but luckily the lockers are free while you're riding the ride. It is 12:04. To be totally honest, I don't even remember when we got in line for the Mummy. That was a fun roller coaster. I'm gonna let you stop me free. You need baby, baby. All right, one of the big differences that I noticed about Hollywood versus Orlando as far as Universal Studios goes, like Universal Studios theming in Orlando is so much better. You feel like you are walking in a movie set. You are walking in a movie set. Whereas Universal's does not have the space to be able to do that. So you are not walking on the movie sets. You actually go see the movie sets on the backlot tram tour, but you're not like in the movie sets. Like this, you are fully like in a movie set. It feels like you are right there. Like if you told me I was in New York City right now, I'd be like, okay, that checks out. We're not as brave as we could have been. We're stopping at Central Park for crepes. We kind of wanted to try the smoked biscuit one, but we ended up just getting strawberry and Nutella one instead. Okay, that was fun. Went and saw SpongeBob SquarePants on Patrick Star. We wandered down and around the corner, and we ran into the Store Pants store. Hi! Hi! It's SpongeBob and Patrick. That is amazing. Hi! Oh, he's so cute. I don't know. Should we go see them? How do we go see them? I don't know what this hazelnut cream is that they put in
It's
this.
a mousse.
Oh, it's a mousse?
That's my guess.
It is so yummy. I wasn't a big fan of olive cream on the top, and it was really messy, and that's fine. I just don't really like Cool Whip. But this crepe itself is, oh, lovely. That was kind of cute. When I was a little girl, they used to have an ET show at the Hollywood one, and I got picked once. It was not the same, but you got to ride on a bike and they showed you how the green screen worked and all that kind of stuff. That ride was cute. I don't think I'd wait for forever for it, but since it was walk on, that's awesome. It's also really fun that at the end, ET says your name. So things I was not expecting. Again, I didn't do a whole lot of research about this park. I just wanted to come and have fun and see if you could just come and have fun. And it turns out you can. Now we head back out this way. There was another land. It was kind of like a little kids' Toontown kind of area. We are skipping that because we only have one day. One of the parks closes at 6 o'clock. I can't remember now which one. I think it's this one. And then the other park closes at 7 o'clock. So there's not a ton of time in the park. I don't anticipate not being able to get everything done that we want to do because we've done most of it already. And there's stuff that we want to do a second time. But today is fun. Now we're going back. Not back because I guess we haven't been in here yet. But we are now coming into Springfield, home of Homer Simpson. The DeLorean time travel machine. And then train, which is okay, but really my heart belongs to the DeLorean. This is, of course, the vehicle that Michael J. Fox uses to go back in time. Okay, this is lovely. The tongue-in-cheek, like warnings and things in here are fun. Like no finer way to waste 3 minutes. Yeah, this is fun. Hot dogs over dozens served. The twirl and hurl. Let's see what else we have on here. The safety warning of the twirl and hurl was something to the effect of don't give in to any fears or misgivings that you have about riding on this ride. Help Santa's Little Helper. Sideshow you. The dunk or flunk. These are really fun, really clever. We have made our way to Men in Black. It is 12:40. I don't think that this line is very long. Looks like we might have to have lockers again. Do we have to have lockers? All right, this is another one we're gonna have to go store our articles. So I'm gonna go ditch my phone in my bag, and then I'll see you again after the ride. These lockers are not big. Like if you have a Loungefly or something, they're not gonna fit in it. So make sure that it's something tiny. It's 1:07 right now. When we got off the Men in Black, it says it's only a 10-minute wait. I have no idea how long we waited in it. It didn't seem like very long. I had no idea what I was doing. I think I shot everything wrong. I only had 24,000 points. I was the lowest in the car. One thing that I did not realize, I knew that something was triggering the spinning of the cars, but I didn't know what until the end of the ride. And I think it's up at the top is what you want to hit. The poor guys that we were against, I think, spent the entire time spinning. At one point, they were like, "Let's get them back," and I think we spent maybe twice until the very, very end, and then we spent a lot, which I think everybody spends a lot at the end. But I'm not sure because it's the only time I've ever ridden it. That ride was a blast. I have no idea where you're supposed to shoot, except for Andrew thinks it was the eyes because he was shooting the eyes and he had a lot of points, way more than he had over 200,000, and I was like at 24,000. We are gonna go to Gringotts only because it looks like it's not a super long line, and it looks like people are starting to park hop over to this park. So I think our plan right now is to go on Gringotts, go back over to Universal and do some of the things we didn't get to do before because it looks like people are starting to park hop over here and it's getting a little bit busier. But then our plan is if there is extra time to come back here at the end of the night, because I was reversed to this park that's open until 7 o'clock. Universal is only open until 6. One of the things that I'm super appreciative of at Universal is their lines. Their line queues are amazing. They have put a lot of money into them, and it shows. Their theming is incredible. Their wait times, don't get me wrong, I don't want to wait in line, but some of them have almost been too short, where it's been too fast and I can't even see everything that's going on. Where's the house elf? Where?
Creature, it's up in the window.
The one straight ahead of us.
I didn't I see him.
The one with the curtain is kind of folded. He'll come out of there.
Oh, but he isn't out right now. I don't know. I had a wand you could have brought, but nobody wanted to bring it. Creature comes out. It is activated by a wand. And that was number 12, Grimald Place, where Sirius Black lives. I love all the details that they put in here.
Hey, what's going on over here? Hello.
Hello,
Hey, who do we got? Who do we got? What's your names? What's your names?
Sarah.
Sarah,
Hannah.
Hannah,
Andrew.
Andrew, and what is it?
Benny.
Benny. You know, Benny, I gotta say, man, there's nothing like a nice shirt. And that Benny is nothing like a nice shirt, man. What happened, man? I kid. I wish I had a body just to wear them. That's it. So where are we visiting from?
I had no idea they had their shrunken head. That was one of my favorite things we've done all day. There are so many like hidden secrets, hidden gems in here. Gotta turn this around because this is amazing. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, for a little Harry Potter lover. Is so cool. My one son that loves Harry Potter couldn't come, and it was just killing me that he's not here, but we'll come back. We will come back.
Okay, but most dinosaurs are green. I literally love
They look so real. I feel like I'm standing like on the actual movie set that they used to film Gringotts Bank, or if this was real. Oh my word, the pictures move inside the newspaper.
What are we talking about? Well, let's get moving. Now, listen to me. The passage to your left will take you to a pair of lifts. The lifts will take you down to the car station.
Edwards Express had been down, it just came up. So we are going to take it back to the other park. I don't even have words for that ride.
I can't believe we've been to the real Express station. Cannot either.
The level of detail in these parks is just absolutely crazy amazing. We kept saying when we were in Gringotts, we can't believe that nobody's talking about it. That's probably the coolest ride I've ever been on. It was a mixture of 3D with the roller coaster, with the line. The line was way too long, but like I'd do it again. It was just killer, amazingly cool. And I know I missed stuff. I know I didn't see it all, but it was wow. So I could say it was wow. And just walking through all of Diagon Alley and going into King's Cross Station, it just Universal. Wow. Riding back was not as lovely as going there. We had our own private compartment just like we did the first time, but it was shared with another group of 3. We are back where we began. We are coming back into Seuss Landing to get some Who Hash. We are a little bit hungry. We really haven't eaten today because we've just been trying to press through and try to get as much done as possible. I'm actually not that hungry now. But I'm incredibly tired, and I'm hoping that this will help wake me up. Everything here is a variation on tots. These are the cheeseburger tots. They are super crazy loaded. We also got the pizza tots. I believe it's pepperoni and sausage on top. And Hoos has been begging all day for that can of Who hash, so we had to get these ones. It's actually a pretty nice can. We are going to bring it home. That's printed on the outside. It's not just a paper wrapper.
Huh? What is it? What? Can't you read?
So this one tastes like a Big Mac. This is basically just a deconstructed cheeseburger or Big Mac on tater tots. It has a good flavor, but it's probably my least favorite of all of them. Maybe. Yeah. It's just a cheeseburger on top of tater tots. It's good, but that's what it is. This is the pepperoni pizza one. The cheese pull on this is absolutely amazing. I'm not sure how I feel about the marinara sauce on it. It's kind of throwing me off. I don't know why. And yeah, it tastes like pizza if pizza was on tater tots. And the cheese pull is amazing, but that's basically, I suppose, all it is that. Okay, weirdly enough, I didn't think I wanted the Who hash one. Who's wanted it because she wanted the can really bad, and this is in fact actually printed onto the can. It's not just weird plastic wrapping. So apparently, we're taking this home, and this is our souvenir. AD was like, "The can is $5." It was, but weirdly enough, because I don't always super like corned beef, although it's one of Hannah's favorites. This one might be my favorite. And I'm kind of thinking I probably would have liked the green eggs and hams too, because I'm going to guess that tastes like a breakfast burrito minus the tortilla, but I didn't get that one to find out. The time has finally come to ride on the Hulk ride. That line felt like it was about 7 hours long. It is so incredibly hot. I think it said it was about 30 minutes. It was not air conditioned at all in there. It was just hot. I was so tired. I was trying so hard to not fall asleep. Apparently yesterday is catching up with me now, and then I was asleep on the plane. But we are headed to. Oh, that was not my favorite ride. Hulk, I think we've decided, but between the four of us, that was a one and done for us. It didn't. I thought it was gonna get sick. Luckily, I didn't, because I haven't. I took that motion sickness thing first thing this morning, but I thought everybody else was gonna like it, and they didn't. Ben thinks that it's because that it goes slower. It has a really fast launch, but then like the corkscrews and the turns and stuff are just slower. And he could be right. So I actually wanted to skip Spider-Man, and they talked me into going. They're like, "Well, we've only got 2 left." I'm hoping we can get back to Velocicoaster, because that and Gringotts was my favorite. I doubt that we're gonna have time to do Gringotts again, but I think that we can probably do Velocicoaster again. So that's my hope, that we are now in line for Spider-Man. Hopefully this line moves fast. At least it's air conditioned. The air conditioning feels amazing, especially after a whole week. Spider-Man was not as bad as I had remembered it. It was kind of annoying though. There were some fifth graders like on their end of the year trip, and they were really loud and they were really obnoxious. I kind of tuned them out. It drove AD absolutely bonkers. Bruce's only thought was, well, at least we're not babysitting them. That's fair. No offense, fifth graders. You're just being fifth graders. It is 5:11. There's only one ride left to do that we have not done yet, and that is Hagrid's. Hagrid's is one that I've been looking forward to forever because I've heard so much hype about it. So we're going to do that. Hopefully it won't be our last ride, but I have a feeling with the way the wait times are, it's probably going to be our last ride.
Here you are. Oh, hello. I'm glad you found the place all right. I've got a very special Care of Magical Creatures class for you today. And Mr. Weasley, who many of you will remember,
has kindly agreed to help with getting you around. Oh, blimey, you've done it, Arthur. That Dragon Fire could not have been smoother.
AD and I rode in the sidecars. Benny and Hoos rode on the motorcycle. I don't think it would have mattered where we rode. I think the experience would have been kind of the same. I had heard so much hype about this for the last few years. This was one of the things I was most excited to ride on. And I liked it, and it was fun, and I love a good roller coaster, and this was a good roller coaster. But it's really weird to me that people are talking about Hagrid's ride and not talking about Gringotts, because Gringotts was better. It is 6:39. This park has been officially closed for 39 minutes. That ride worked exactly like I hoped it would. They are just like Disneyland. If you are in line before the park closes, then you will get to ride the ride, assuming that nothing goes wrong and the ride doesn't break down. So that ride started out really slow with that line, and I was like, oh, not another one. And it was saying that it was going to be 80 minutes when we climbed in the line. But sure enough, at 6 o'clock when the park closed, it went fast, like crazy fast. And it ended up being 35 minutes long, and it was well worth it. Now, 80 minutes, I think I still would have said, yeah, it was worth it because it was that fun of a ride. And yet, being at 35, I was like, that's perfect. And their queues are amazing. Some of their lines, I think, are better than the rides. Not all of them, but there's some that are, like ET. ET's line was amazing. Their ride was, a fun little dark ride. But Hagrid's was so much fun. I had kind of forgotten. I actually didn't know much about it. I had read spoiler alerts when they first came out with it, but I was still surprised at some of the things that happened when it dropped or when we went backwards or whatever. And I was afraid that the sidecar wasn't going to be as fun. It was. It was every bit as fun. That was a blast. Today was so much fun. There were things I was not sure about when we started out today. I was not sure about how hard it was going to be to get here or how expensive. It only ended up being about a half an hour and $20 before tip. That's not bad at all. And we were able to do absolutely everything that we wanted to do without any kind of express pass. So that worked out great too. And it was hot, but it wasn't unbearable, especially not when the clouds were over and we didn't have the sun glaring down on us. I actually am totally looking forward to coming to Universal Studios at sometime in the near future. It was a blast. If you're coming to Orlando, don't discount Universal. Plan a day or two to come here as well. Thanks for joining me on this Moosen Adventure. Tomorrow we're going to Epic Universe. We love it when you come along with us, and I am so grateful for you, and I'll see you real soon.